Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I'm gonna show you how to make these adorable and a little bit quirky lawn cats. I designed this pattern so that it is quite easy and simple to follow for beginner crocheters as well. The collar of this cat is removable, and I also make the tail so that it is bendable in any way that you want. They will take you some amount of time because of their size, but you're gonna love them so much. Without further ado, let's get started. These are the materials you're gonna need. These are the crochet abbreviations, which are in US terminology. We're gonna start with the hands. You have to start with the magic ring. For the round one of the hand, make 8 single crochets into the magic ring. After 8 single crochet, put a yarn tail to close the magic ring. So this is the end of round 1. Put a stitch marker in the last stitch of the round. Now we're gonna start round 2. Insert your hook into the very first stitch of the previous round and make 1 single crochet. Make another single crochet into that same stitch. So this is 1 increase. Just like that, you have to make an increase into all the stitches for a total of 8 increases, just as in the pattern above. Now we're gonna start round 3, which is very simple. You just have to make 1 single crochet into each stitch. Just make 1 single crochet into each and every stitch, and you're gonna get 16 single crochet in round 3. So this is how it looks like after round 3. From round 4 to round 14 are the same as we did in the round 3. Just make 1 single crochet into each stitch, and there will be 16 single crochet in each round. This is how it looks like after round 14. We don't need to stuff the hands. Now we're gonna make round 15. Start with 2 single crochets. After 2 single crochet, make 1 decrease. Insert your hook into the front loop only of the next stitch, and into the front loop only of the next stitch again, and make 1 single crochet. That's 1 decrease. And we're gonna start this sequence again with 2 single crochets. After 2 single crochet, make 1 decrease again. And you have to repeat that sequence for 2 more times for a total of 4. This is how it looks like after round 15. Now we're gonna close the hand. To close the hand, first flatten the piece like this so that the opposite stitches come close together. And after that, go into the next stitch, squeeze the piece again, and go into the opposite stitch, just like this. So we inserted our hook into the next stitch and then stitch opposite to it, which is directly opposite to it, and make 1 single crochet. So we just closed the first 2 stitches together. After that, go into the next stitch and the opposite stitch like this, and make another single crochet. So just like that, we're gonna repeat it until the end and close the stitches by crocheting into the 2 stitches at the same time. At the end, you're gonna get 5 single crochets after closing the entire hand. When you're finished, cut the yarn leaving a long tail for sewing later on. And make another hand just like this one. Now we're gonna make the legs. You have to start with the magic ring again. Into the magic ring, make 8 single crochets. After 8 single crochet, pull the yarn tightly to close the round and mark the last stitch with a stitch marker. We're gonna start round 2. In round 2, you have to make an increase into every stitch. So make an increase for a total of 8 times to get 16 stitches. So we have finished round 2 and now we're gonna make round 3. You have to start with 7 single crochets. After 7 single crochets, make 1 increase. After that, you have to repeat the 7 single crochet 1 increase for one more time. So now we have finished round 3. Flip your piece like that so that the right side is outside. Now we're gonna make round 4. Round 4 is very easy. You have to make 1 single crochet into each stitch and there will be 18 single crochet in this round. So now we have finished round 4 and just as in the pattern above, from round 5 to round 17, just make 1 single crochet into each stitch, 18 single crochet in each round. You have to make until you get up to round 17. And while you are doing these rounds, you have to stop as you go. After every 3 to 4 rounds, stop and stuff your legs moderately. This is how it looks like after round 17, and I also have stopped up to this point. Now we're gonna do round 18. You have to start with 7 single crochets. After 7 single crochets, make 1 decrease. And then you repeat the 7 single crochet 1 decrease again. So we have finished making the first leg, and after the first leg, cut the yarn and make the second leg. But after the second leg, do not cut the yarn because we're continuing these 2 legs and continue to the body. So now I have finished the second leg and we're ready to join the 2 legs. So you have to join the first leg in its last stitch. So go to the last stitch with a yarn tail inside your hook. Oh, that yarn is supposed to be behind the crochet hook. So I fixed it and insert into the last stitch and make 1 single crochet into the last stitch of the first leg. This is our very first stitch of the beginning round and I'm gonna mark with a stitch marker. And I started with round 1 again because we're now making the body. And after that, what you have to do is just make 1 single crochet into each and every stitch in the first leg. We had 16 single crochet in the last round of each leg, so you have to go until you get 16 single crochet onto that first leg. So I have made up to 16 single crochet counting from that stitch with a stitch marker. So I finished the first leg and now I'm just gonna move on to the second leg. In the second leg, go into that first stitch and make 1 single crochet, and again make 1 single crochet into each and every stitch, and you're gonna get 16 single crochet again in the second leg as well. So now I have finished crocheting on both legs, and we have got a total of 32 single crochet from this first round of the body. This is how it looks like. And also stuff the legs a bit more if you need. And we're gonna continue to another rounds. I'm gonna move the stitch marker back to the last stitch. And we're starting round 2 of the body. For the round 2, just make 1 single crochet into each stitch, so you're gonna get 32 single crochet again from round 2. Now we're gonna do round 3. You have to start with 6 single crochets. After 6 single crochets, make 1 decrease. And we're gonna start the 6 single crochet 1 decrease sequence again. So make 6 single crochet again. And after that, 1 decrease. And you have to repeat this sequence for 2 more times. So this is how it looks like after round 3. Starting from round 4 to round 8, you just have to make 1 single crochet into each stitch. There will be 28 single crochet in each round. You have to make a total of 5 rounds up to round 8. And here some of you may notice these uneven legs. It also happens to me, but they will gradually even out as we build up the body. But they will not be exactly equal because we use continuous rounds. So now this is how it looks like after round 8. I have also stuffed the body. And now we're gonna make round 9. For the round 9, you have to start with 5 single crochets. After 5 single crochets, make 1 decrease. And then start the sequence again with 5 single crochet. After 5 single crochet, make 1 decrease again. And repeat this sequence for 2 more times. Now we're gonna do round 10. You have to start with 1 single crochet. After that, make 1 decrease. After 1 decrease, make 1 single crochet again. So this is the sequence we're following in this round, which starts with 1 single crochet, and after that 1 decrease. And after that 1 single crochet again. And you have to repeat this sequence for 4 more times. This is how it looks like after round 10. Don't forget to stuff the body as we go. So this is how it looks like so far after round 10. Now we're gonna make round 11. In round 11, we're gonna use the front loops only of every stitch. Insert your hook into the front loop only and make one increase. Go into the next stitch, insert into the front loop, make another increase. And just like that, make one increase into every stitch by using the front loop only. This is how it looks like at the end. Now we're gonna do round 12. You have to start with 5 single crochet, and here we are just doing the regular single crochet, go into the both loops. After 5 single crochet in the next stitch, make one increase. This is the sequence we're following in this round. Start with 5 single crochet, and after that make one increase. You have to repeat that for a total of 6 times. This is how it looks like after round 12. Starting from round 13 to round 19, just make one single crochet into each stitch and you will have 42 single crochet in each round. You have to make a total of 7 rounds up to round 19. This is how it looks like after round 19. Now we're gonna do round 20. For round 20, start with 2 single crochets. After 2 single crochets, make one decrease. After one decrease, make 2 single crochet again to complete the sequence. So we are going to repeat this 2 single crochet, 1 decrease, 2 single crochet sequence for a total of 6 times. This is how it looks like after round 20. Now we're going to do round 21. Start with 3 single crochets. After 3 single crochets, make one decrease. And you have to repeat this 3 single crochet, 1 decrease sequence for a total of 7 times. This is how it looks like after round 21. Now we're gonna do round 22. Start with 2 single crochet. After 2 single crochet, 1 decrease. You have to repeat this sequence for 7 times in total. After this round, you can start stuffing the hat really nice and tight, especially in the neck area. Now we're gonna do round 23. You have to start with 1 single crochet. This is also very similar to the previous rounds. Start with 1 single crochet and after that make 1 decrease. And repeat this sequence for a total of 7 times. And now for the last round, round 24, make a total of 7 decreases. When you're finished, cut the yarn leaving a long tail and stuff the hat a little bit more. And now with the turning needle, we're gonna close this hat. Go into the front loop only of the first stitch. Do the front loop only, but go from behind, like this. Just like that, go into the first stitch and then into the another stitch, front loop only from behind, and repeat this for every stitch in the last round. And when you are finished, pull the yarn really tightly. And after that, insert the needle back into the center and then into the hat like this and pull the yarn tightly again. Now we have closed the hat, and after that, insert the needle into a few other places, 1 or 2 times into the hat to secure the yarn tail. And after that, you can cut the yarn. For the areas that got pulled, you can push them back with a turning needle just like this. So now we have finished making the body, and this is how it looks like. Now we're gonna make the ears. Start with the magic ring. Into the magic ring, you have to make 6 single crochets. After 6 single crochet, pull the yarn tightly to close the round. Mark the last stitch with a stitch marker. For round 2, you have to make an increase into every stitch. So make an increase for 6 times. Now we're gonna do round 3. For round 3, just make 1 single crochet into each stitch, and you're gonna get 12 single crochet. Flip the piece like that so that the right side is outside. And now we're gonna do round 4. Start with 3 single crochets. After 3 single crochet, make 1 increase. And we're gonna repeat this sequence for 2 more times. For round 5, just make 1 single crochet into each stitch, and there will be 15 single crochets in this round. For round 6, start with 2 single crochets. After that, 1 increase. And you have to repeat that 2 single crochet, 1 increase sequence for a total of 5 times. This is how it looks like after round 6. Put the yarn tail inside the ear, and we're gonna close the ears just like we did with the hands. So flatten the piece to bring the opposite stitches together. But first, insert your hook into that next stitch. Go into the opposite stitch like so and make 1 single crochet. Just like that, close the ear by crocheting the opposite stitches together all the way until the end. At the end, you're gonna get 9 single crochets. When you are finished, cut the yarn leaving a long tail. Now we're gonna make the eye applique just like this one. I'm gonna use a sports weight yarn with a 3mm crochet hook. You can also use felt cloth for this part as well. If it's so, you don't need to do this part. So for the round one, you have to start with the magic ring. In the magic ring, you have to make 7 single crochets. Here for the single crochet, instead of yarn under, I'm using yarn over to make my stitches a bit more loose and a little bit bigger. After 7 single crochet, pull the yarn tightly and then insert your hook into the very first stitch of the round. And then make 1 slip stitch. And after that, for the round 2, chain 1, insert your hook back into that same stitch and make 1 increase into that same stitch. After that, continue making 1 increase into another stitches for a total of 7 times. When you are finished, cut the yarn. You don't need to make the slip stitch anymore. Cut the yarn leaving a long tail, and I'm going to show you how to finish this piece. We're going to use a darning needle. Insert your needle into the very first stitch of round 2, like so, and pull the yarn gently. Do not pull the yarn too tight. After that, come back to the last stitch, go into the back loop and the loop underneath it. Like so, back loop and the loop underneath it, and pull the yarn gently again. Do not pull the yarn too tight. And now as you can see, we have finished this piece nice and clean. And here for this applique, we're gonna use the round side. This side will be facing towards us, so I'm gonna weave in the ends in the right side. So this is how it is gonna look, and make one more like this. Now we're gonna do the tail with the normal yarn that we've been using. Start with the magic ring, and for the round one, make 6 single crochets into the magic ring. After 6 single crochet, pull the yarn tightly and mark the last stitch with a stitch marker. For the round 2, start with 2 single crochets. After 2 single crochets, make 1 increase. And then repeat this 2 single crochet, 1 increase for one more time. After round 2, flip the piece like this so that the right side is facing towards us. So for round 3 to round 21, we're gonna make 1 single crochet into each stitch, and there will be 8 single crochet in each round. So you will be making 19 more rounds up to round 21, or even more rounds if you want the tail to be longer. When you are finished with the tail, cut the yarn leaving a long tail. You don't need to close it just like we did with the hands or the ears. Now we're gonna do the collar. You can use any type of yarn that you want. I use this knitting yarn with the 2mm crochet hook. You have to start with a slip knot. After making a slip knot, make the chains which are long enough to wrap around the neck of your cat. Wrap the chains around the neck and see if the two ends meet like this. So in my case, the two ends meet, and so I will stop making the chains. For round 1, make 2 more chains. After you have got the perfect chain number, make 2 more because we're doing the double crochets. Go into the third and make 1 double crochet in that third chain. And after that, in the next chain, make 1 double crochet increase. And then start again with 1 double crochet in the next chain. And in the next chain, make 1 double crochet increase. So just like that, we're repeating that 1 double crochet, 1 double crochet increase pattern all the way until the end of the chains. And here in the last chain, it doesn't matter whether you end up with a 1 double crochet or 1 double crochet increase. As long as you have repeated the pattern long enough all the way until the end, it's gonna create the nice ruffles for the collar. So this is how it looks like after row 1. To make row 2, make 2 chains and turn your crochet piece. Go into the fast double crochet and make 1 double crochet. In the next stitch, make another double crochet. And in the next stitch, make 1 double crochet increase. So here for the row 2, repeat that 2 double crochet, 1 double crochet increase pattern all the way until the end. When you're finished, cut the yarn. This is how it looks like. And now go to one end of the collar, insert your hook like this, and bring the yarn tail by putting it at the top of the crochet hook. After that, we're gonna make the chains, which are long enough to be able to tie to another string. For me, I made around 30 chains. So now I finished with 1 string, and I'm gonna cut the yarn and just leave the yarn tail like this. After that, go to another side and make another string just like we did. So when you're finished, weave in the ends, and here make sure that you weave in the ends securely so that the strings do not come off. And here for this part, you can see the 2 yarn tails. Actually, you can tie them first, and after that, you can weave in the ends. I think that will make it more secure. I didn't do it, but you can do it. This is your favorite part that we're assembling everything together. First, we're gonna sew the arms in between round 9 and round 10, making sure that each arm is aligned with each leg. When you're finished sewing the arms on each side, bring the yarn tails together into the same place, like so. And after that, tie them for 2 times, and then you can cut the yarn and secure the yarn. For the ears, we're gonna sew them on round 17 to round 22 of the head, align with the arms and the ears. And first I'm gonna mark with the pins like that, and then I will start sewing. And also weave in the yarn tail of the ears just like we did with the hands. For the tail, I'm gonna sew it on round 2 to 3 at the back of the body. But before sewing the tail, we're gonna put a wire inside the tail so that the tail is bendable. So I prepared this wire, which is around 2 centimeters higher than the tail. So when you're about to start sewing, insert that extra tip of the tail into the body in between round 1 and 2. And then you can start sewing as usual. For the eyes, I'm gonna put them on round 14 to 16 of the head. So mark with the pins first. Here in the applique, cut those yarn tails really short. And after that, just glue them onto the head on the place that we marked with the pins. And here the two appliques are 3 stitches apart from each other. And here I'm gonna put more pins around the applique to let the glue dry. And while we're drying out the glue, embroider the whiskers beside each eye. And for the pupil, I'm gonna cut this oval shape from the black felt cloth. This is a felt cloth that I used. And then I'm gonna glue it on top of the big circle applique. So this is how it looks like at the end. And for the white cat, I'm gonna put some blush at the top of the ears, the legs, and the hands to make it look really soft. This is the end of our tutorial. I hope this video was really helpful and you were able to follow quite easily. If you do have any question, please leave a comment down below. I will try to answer as soon as possible. Thank you so much for being here today, and I hope we'll see each other again in the next tutorial. Bye bye and happy crocheting!